545 ATL, Dree Taylor here, and of course, you know, we always keep our ears into the streets. In the streets with today, we are with Alexis, the very own entrepreneur, permanent makeup and beauty expert. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Now, let's just dive right into it. How did you get into just being such a boss? I know it's not a set blueprint, but give us your story.
Right. Actually, it started like 8-9 years ago. Me doing brows in Greenbrier Mall, makeup artist, and I switched within the last 4 years to just changing the game, doing permanent makeup.
Yeah.
I stamped the market. I was the first in Atlanta to bring that technique here to do the permanent brows, and it just, you know, took off to the next level. And I created, you know, BrowzNBeauty, the brand. I've been building it for the last 4 years. So here I am today.
Yeah.
Got BrowzNBeauty, and it's really good to me.
So just describe to me the feeling of how it is to just be your own boss. And I know you get like hit up all the time of how you do it, or I want to be just like you when I grow up.
Right, yes. I get that actually all the time.
Right.
So that's why I try to, you know, like train a lot of students, you know, show them my technique, show them how I did it. I always, you know, encourage them to let them know it didn't come overnight.
Yeah.
You know, nothing happens overnight. So I always tell them, you know, the success never comes overnight. But what you put into your brand is what you get out of it. You know, I put a lot of work into the brand, from, you know, passing out flyers to, you know, going around, you know, giving free promotion services to different people that I meet in the industry, you know, just building the brand.
Yeah.
I also had a salon, so that helped me also because I had a well-known brand for my salon. So I just branched off a little from my salon and built BrowzNBeauty.
Okay, so let's back up for a second. You said you train. That word stuck out to me. So because a lot of the bosses in Atlanta like do training courses. So what makes yours so different? Makes yours where people actually want to go and pay?
Well, my training is actually different because I actually certify them to do the brows. It comes with my very own machine. I manufacture my own machine that actually does the ombre brow technique that I do. So that's what makes my training stand out. Also, my students leave, you know, successfully working on live models. So they actually leave with, you know, 100% being able to do the technique than just working on, you know, practice or, you know, practicing on, you know, paper. They actually work on live people. So that's what makes them very successful with the technique.
Yeah. So describe the correlation between like beauty and music, entertainment, because you've had a lot of entertainment clients. I know you work with Housewives. I think I might have seen you on a little episode or two.
Yeah.
Cash Doll, Johnny Blaze. You know, list goes on and on.
Yeah, so I work with a lot of celebrities, you know, socialite, reality stars. It's been really good. Actually, when the first one ever reached out to me, I thought it was a joke. Yeah. And I did their brows. You know, they're really picky. They're very picky. So I did their brows, and when one of them seen I did one of their brows, and the next one reached out, and here I am today. So now I'm trying to build it to where I go bigger than just the socialites to bigger celebrities. Like I want to touch like a Nicki, a Cardi B, you know. I want to take it to the next level then.
So what has been your biggest accomplishment so far? Like what have you been like, wow, I can't believe I did that?
My biggest accomplishment now has been this new facility that I'm about to open, which is called BrowzNBeauty Makeup Med Spa and Training Academy. It's 10,000 square foot. So that's been like one of the biggest accomplishments that I've made. I've been working to get this school, you know, to how it is at the facility upstairs, and they have my school downstairs. I'll be able to do the services. So that's one of the best things that I've actually accomplished since I've been doing it.
Do you have a date yet when it's going to open?
I'm shooting for the end of next month to open it, but if not, it's going to open, you know, 1st of November somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, that's super dope. So let's just take a serious route for a second. It's about to be October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But you being like a permanent makeup artist, I'm sure you have a lot of cancer patients or, you know, sick patients that come. You have to draw them eyebrows and stuff. Just describe to me the process of that.
Yeah, so I get a lot of cancer patients for brows. But the crazy thing is, not only can I do the brows for the cancer patients, I can reconstruct their areolas from them getting their breasts removed. So I can do areola reconstruction as well with with the cancer patients. So they can get areolas, they can get their brows done. Actually, this month coming up, October, I'm going to look for cancer patients to give back. I'm going to choose like 5 to where I can give those services to them. Actually,
how did you learn how to do that?
I went out to LA and got trained. You know,
okay.
And actually, I go this weekend I'll be out in St. Louis getting my paramedical instructor license, so I can start teaching people how to do the areola reconstruction. So that's really good. And with that, it's taking things to the next level, because with that certification, I'll be able to accept insurances, and my students that I train, they'll be able to accept insurances with that permit as well.
So like, how did you, because you probably just started off like, okay, you know, I just do mini faces in Greenbrier Mall, but you literally just leveled up to, it sounds like science and business and math and a lot of other entities that go into beauty. So just describe that for anybody who was trying to just get into the business lane, or if they just think that their small little makeup hobby can turn into like a big multi-million-dollar business.
Right. So what I did was study my market, and I always try to stay ahead of the game. So I always figure out what's next in the industry. I'm a firm believer of continuing in my education. So I knew I did brows really good. So it was that I had one client ask me how to make her brows permanent. So when I thought of that, I was like, permanent. I instantly got on Google, the internet, and Googled like permanent makeup, permanent brows. Yeah. And that's when I went to LA and took a course and got trained. And I learned the technique, and I put what I already did with the technique I learned and come up with my own concept of ombre brows.
So that's got to be like your favorite part, just the fulfillment of it, like making people feel good after the reaction, like, oh my God, I look so pretty. Like, it's got to make you feel
and
good.
Everybody's like happy of the actual brows that I do achieve for them, like, because it's hard to perfect something that you're making permanent in the face. Like, a lot of people, I've corrected a lot of people's work, I've fixed a lot of people's work that's been messed up, or went to someone that was even cheaper, or thought they did a good job and I had to correct it. So I try to perfect anything that I touch.
So you, like, the next 5 years, what we doing? Because you taking over. So what we doing the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, like I said, I'm working on the academy now to have that open. And within 2 years with the academy, I'm going to start accepting financial aid, veterans assistance. So, but before I start, accepting that, I had to have the academy open for 2 years. So that's, a plus. I actually switching to where it's a full beauty school, to not that I'm just doing, permanent makeup.
Right.
I'm going to teach full beauty, to where you can come and be a makeup artist, you can come be a lash tech. All of those things are, what I'm doing at my beauty academy. Also, my goal is New York, LA, Miami. I definitely got to get a location in each one of those spots. That's my goal.
Yeah.
New York is my first.
Girl, I want to go to New York so bad.
I actually go to New York once a month to take clients and train classes. So New York is my number one state.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get that. So okay, you're not from Atlanta. I didn't know you're not from Atlanta. So just give me a little tidbit of like how Atlanta has just meant so much to you and helped create who you are.
Well, I'm definitely not from Atlanta. I'm from LaGrange, Georgia. I moved here in 2010, and I was just waitressing at a club, and I went to a makeup school, to learn how to do makeup. I already knew, because I could perfect my makeup, but I wanted to learn, different skin tones, a variety of, different makeups to do. So that's what I did. And I worked out. Everybody know I'm a workaholic. I worked until I, was able to step out and get my own thing. I always was a firm believer of, having my own company, my own brand. I didn't expect to get this big, but here I am today, so I'm very, pleased. I'm very blessed. I'm very successful, and I just want to keep going.
So you have a salon, brow shop, you're building a studio, you have your boutique, Alexis Attic. Just give a little advice for some girl who's like, dang, I want to be a boss. So how do I open all these businesses?
Right. So, like I said, it wasn't easy, starting off. It took time. And the main thing I want to encourage the next girl boss to know that it takes time. Don't think anything, that comes is going to happen overnight. Anything that happens overnight doesn't last. So nobody wants overnight success. But eventually, the slowly you grind your way up. The more you put into your brand, the more you're going to get out, and you'll just be successful. Master whatever you do. Focus on one thing first, and then move on to the next. Don't try to change it and be like, I want to do this week, next week do this. Stick to one thing first, master it, and take over with it first, and then that's when you can drop anything else that up under your brand, because you'll be successful at it.
I don't have any more questions. I just appreciate you, what you're doing. It's just far beyond beauty. It's you doing a staple in Atlanta, and you are just being a great example for a lot of women here. So you should be very proud of yourself.
Yes.
So how can people get in contact with you if they want to get, hit up for any services?
They can get in contact with me at BrowzNBeauty.com, or you can follow me on any of my social media, which is BrowzNBeauty. That's BrowzBeauty. That's my Facebook and my Instagram. Also, we're located 1016 Howell Mill Road, Atlanta, Georgia 30318.